Hi, this is Diana Walker, and I just want to welcome you to a Sunrider meeting. And we're talking about how celebrities love a Sunrider, and so do we. And we are Sunriders who have used the Calli and Fortune Delight now for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, some of us. And it has been just a beautiful health journey. And my first focus today is on how celebrities use Calli Tea and Fortune Delight and other products. Now, what I like about this idea is that these celebrities that I'm going to talk about today, Sharon Stone and Halle Berry, have not been paid to share the fact that they love Calli and Fortune Delight. And you know that these days most influencers or actors have been paid to promote products. And in the case of the Sunrider herbal nutrition, they have been using this for years and years and years, as we have also. And so I want to just share my screen. I'll just show you a picture of Sharon Stone, and hope this works. Can you see that? Okay, thank you. So Sharon Stone, she was in Harper's Bazaar, and this was about 8 or 9 years ago. And she says, I am a tea fanatic. I like Sunrider Calli tea, an herbal cleansing beverage. So she wasn't paid to say that. And so this is direct from her mouth, and she's obviously in great health. And so she's one of the celebrities who really love their Sunrider Calli tea. And now I'm going to stop share on that one. And I'm going to find Halle Berry on here. I think that's her. Can you see that? It's not a very clear picture, but she shared right on Facebook, June 8th, 2018. And she said that that she enjoys Calli tea. While this is a green tea, it's much more than that. The unique herbal extracts in Calli assist in the body's natural cleansing process. If you need a good night's sleep, have a cup at night and you'll sleep like a baby. And finally, probably my favorite, Fortune Delight. Being diabetic, I drink it all day. This sugar-free, hydrating drink mix is loaded with antioxidants, which also help to clean out my system and aid in maintaining a healthy weight. If you work out regularly, it also helps to soothe sore muscles and helps your body replenish after a strenuous workout. So there you go. I've shared all these drinks on Instagram too. So she is obviously in love with these products. So I want to just show you first the Calli. This comes in a 10-pack and a 30-pack, and it comes in the original, which it got me off 8 cups of coffee a day. It also comes in mint and cinnamon. And then we have the Fortune Delight, which comes in peach, which is my favorite, and lemon, and cinnamon, and raspberry, and original. So we have those, and they come in 10 packs and 60 packs. So these are very famous beverages and delicious beverages. And I would like some of my guests to share their experiences. And if you can just tell us your name and how long you've used Sunrider products, and then a little story. And I would love Barb Rowe to go first, please.
Okay, thanks, Diane. It's so nice to see everybody on and see everybody's beautiful smiling faces. So Barb Rowe, I'm from Alberta, Canada, and I've been using Sunrider products for 32 years. My first cup of Calli was at midnight when we called our friends to come over and watch the children so my husband could take me to emergency for the 5th time with an anxiety attack. They came over, they made a pot of tea and started sharing about what Sunrider was all about. And it just, everything they said made sense, the whole food concept. And I drank that cup of tea. And guess what? I never did go to emergency again for an anxiety attack. So I love my Calli tea. Another real quick story about a celebrity, Diana. I was flying to LA and had a stopover in San Francisco. As I'm getting on the plane in San Francisco, I had my bottle of Calli tea, which I carry everywhere with me. And the stewardess was like, "Oh, you drink Sunrider teas?" And I was like, "Yes." And she said, "I do too." And I said, "Well, who told you about it? Like, how did you hear about it?" And she said Demi Moore had told her about it. So that's another celebrity.
That is awesome. Isn't that, it's so amazing. And you know, like we can't promote this for anxiety, but when you think about it, like it gives you a calm energy. And it's just a combination of herbs that is in there that is remarkable. And you can't find anything else like it. So thank you for your story, Barb. That's very inspiring. Oh, somebody else is coming in. I will admit them. So Carolyn, I would love you to share your story. You're still muted. You're still muted. Carolyn.
I unmuted, imagine.
There you go. Thank you.
I'm Carolyn Sheets, and I've been doing Sunrider for 31 years. And I think that Calli and Fortune, along with the Sunrider Stevias and Sunbreeze, are my very top products, even though I use most of them. And I really count on the short-term and the long-term cleansing of both of them. I'm a massage therapist, and I've been a massage therapist for a little over 50 years now. And I can do it because my joints and muscles and stamina are there for me, but especially my physical body. That's what really happens for many massage therapists is that their joints start to really make it unable to keep going. And when I started Sunrider, I was getting cortisone shots. And I didn't even know they were bad yet. It was so early. It was in the late 80s when my joints just started aching so much. And within 6 months, all my pain was gone. However, what was important is that later I learned what we now know as massage therapists, and many more people too, is the fascia is where a lot of our hydration is in the body. And the fascia goes around every single cell. It's like a spider web just wrapping itself around everything. And that's where the hydration has to be. So I get referrals now from a massage therapist who does deep tissue myofascial work. And she'll have people who she cannot work on because their tissues are so dry. And even if they've been having lots of water, sometimes the case is. And so what we can think of, we have two things that can keep the water from going into our cells, and maybe others, but there can be an oily slick over our cells if we've had a lot of bad fats. And over time, depending on how strong we drink it and how consistent, that all gets cleaned off by the Fortune Light. We also know that the cell walls can get rigid in a pH environment that's too acid. And the Calli and the Fortune will soften that over time. And so my other last story is that as a massage therapist myself, I'll often start people only on Calli, 1 or 2 tea bags a day, especially 2. A lot of these have been very heavy people and midlife or older, and their joints are very achy. And if they only will simply drink Calli every day, they have more energy for sure, but their joints are way less achy. And what seems to be happening is the Calli is moving the lymph, which collects and gets congested. around a joint where there's inflammation. And so the Calli keeps moving that. And so it's a remarkable thing that just one product, either the Fortune, when I'm working with the tissue hydration, and the Calli, which is working with that pain, both have helped my career so much as a massage therapist. So I'm so grateful. And of course, I got my joints back too.
What a marvelous story. I did not know that before. I'm so glad this has been recorded, because it is going to be something I'm going to listen to again and just learn more, because you've had such great experience. And thank you so much for sharing. That's amazing, Carolyn. I want to learn more from you. That's fabulous. So I think that Faye, are you available to share a story? I would love that.
Okay, first, thank you, Diane, for inviting us, giving us the opportunity to hear from all our other Sunrider sisters from Canada and throughout the United States. It was a short notice, so I didn't have a chance to really send this out, but I've got a few people here on. Well, I started on Sunrider being a registered nurse, working, 16-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, tired all the time, no energy. And that's kind of really why I got on board, just for more energy. But when I'm starting folks on Sunrider, I start them on the whole program. I'm not one of I don't just start them on Calli Tea or Fortune. I give them the full NBC. Now, in terms of the Calli Tea, when I started, I lost 19 pounds in 6 weeks in the first, and I was drinking about a gallon a day. This was when I was J.W. Emerson's philosophy of just be careful when you're starting new people on board. We live here in America, really not the most healthiest of nations. And so you don't know when you're starting people who are toxic, and when they cleanse so hard, they, you can put them off doing the program. So I started off teaching, taking a gallon a day of Calli Tea. And of course, now I mix it in 8 to 12 cups. But I lost 19 pounds in 6 weeks. Now and I tell people, this is not a weight loss program. It is a way to pull this toxic fluid that we've stored over the years. The other thing is, when I started as a nurse, I started to add the Calli Night to my regular Calli cinnamon. And that made a huge difference in trying to handle stress. A lot more calmer at work. And I highly, especially the medical staff, we are so busy. A lot of times we're taking care of patients and we forget to take care of ourselves. And I always say, always make sure you have your nutrition. And this is the quickest nutrition. You can do it in 1 minute, get into your body. You're not only going to be you're going to be more effective, but you are, it's good for you. It's good for your patients. I even started doctors on this because of the hectic lifestyle that we in the medical profession have. Calli, it's like taking an internal shower every day, because every day we're consuming contaminants in the air, in the water, it's everywhere. And so this is something that is very, very important. In terms of Fortune Delight, the other thing is Calli is wonderful for animals too, cats, dogs, and because they need to be cleansing their system also. Fortune Delight, in terms of celebrities, Cindy Crawford is also used to drink. I don't know if she does now, but there was a there was an article in the Mademoiselle magazine many years ago. And in that, they also included Cindy Crawford, that's the only one I can remember right now, but those four other celebrities also, and actresses who do the Fortune Delight and Calli beverage. What else do I, also Calli Fortune Delight is very popular amongst Olympians. Sunrider used to sponsor these Olympic teams from China and Korea and Taiwan. And these athletes, they won't be drinking anything like Gatorade. That's that's not in their health regime. They are always hydrating with the Fortune Light as they are losing fluid through the exercising. What else do I want to say? There's so much to talk, but there's so many others here that can share about the amazing benefits of all of this product. The other thing I also want to share is when we're doing Fortune Delight, especially again for somebody who's new, and you can, a lot of times you can look and you can tell if somebody is somewhat healthy or not. And I think it's best to start new people Fortune Delight to 24, that's what I do, to 24 ounces of fluid in like a shaker bottle like this, as opposed to the 8 ounces that they recommend in the on the box, simply because when our gut is not healthy enough, you can get cramping, and that can put people off. In fact, I had an experience where I shared a box of Fortune Delight and just gave a box as a gift to somebody else because she said, oh, I want to look, I'm interested in the program. And we were going to get back together. About 3 weeks later, I checked on her and she said, oh no, I couldn't do it. It cramped my stomach so bad. I couldn't do it. I said, oh, don't worry about it. It was my fault. I didn't really. And she said, you can give that and I'll give you something else. And she said, oh no, I threw it away. I said, you what?
Oh,
This is
no.
gold. I'm saying to myself,
no, it's
you
gold.
you threw my gold away. She said, oh, no. How much is it? I'll be happy to pay for it. I said, no. You don't have to pay me for it. But that was the end of that. So, when you have a lot of yeast and mucus and yeast overgrowth, you want to start these folks gently.
Thank you so much, Faye. You covered so many things that are so valuable. Talking about Kelly Knight, which I hadn't brought up, and that's very interesting that you add that in with Kelly, just for that calmness. And NBC, some people on the call won't know that that's Nourish, Balance, Cleanse. And I've got other videos on that, so I will go into that another time. And about pets and animals, loving Calli and Fortune Delight and NBC, and Olympic teams, and then very valuable information regarding being cautious, especially when you're new, to make it weaker. Have Fortune Delight maybe in 24 ounces and the Calli. So fabulous points. Thank you so much. I couldn't have done this without you. You really contributed a lot. Thanks, Faye. That's beautiful. And Dottie is going to share her story, please.
Thank you, Diana. Yes, I'm Dottie Pierce, and I'm from Cleveland, Tennessee. That's just north of Chattanooga. Some people have heard of that. So, yeah, I've been with Sunrider for about 13 years. So for some of you, I'm a new kid on the block, huh? But yes, I love the beverages, Calli and Fortune Delight. So I have to give the confession of a diet drinkaholic. Okay. I was on diet sodas, thinking that the diet sodas would help me lose weight because, they don't have sugar in them, but they had all that other stuff, right? So that we really, really don't need. But, the thing is that every time I said, okay, I'm getting off the diet sodas and going cold turkey, right? All I would think about was diet soda. That's all I would think of the whole day. I would just think about, I'm not going to drink diet soda tomorrow. Oh, it was kind of like somebody mentioned panic attacks, and I had those too. So my friend came and introduced me to the NBC program, Faye, and she said, well, so many people have gotten off of addictive drinks, just drinking the Calli and Fortune Delight. And I said, well, that's wonderful. So I thought that would be great. So I did start drinking and doing the NBC program, but I had Calli and Fortune Delight every day. And, I noticed at that first day when I was drinking those beverages that I had not thought of a Diet Coke one time, not one. And that was like so eye-popping, just amazing to me that I had not even thought of one. And that's been the 13 years ago, and that was the last time. So that's my one story. And also somebody else mentioned panic attacks, and I was having at least 2 or 3 of those a week. And I started with these foods and with these teas, and they make a lot. So yeah, those kind of went away, and I just got to noticing I don't have that anymore. So I am really pleased with both Calli and Fortune Delight. Fortune Delight is my favorite. I like to bike, I like to walk, I like to be outside and do things. And Fortune Delight is just super hydrating. I can take water outside and do something, and I go, I don't feel replenished, and I can take my Fortune Delight, which I do every day, take it outside with me and drink that, or when I'm working out, exercising, and it just replenishes every cell in my body. I can just tell it's going in and replenishing and hydrating. So I love those. I remember, and probably some of you too, there was a movie out just a couple of years ago called McFarland about some young boys on a track team. And I think the coach was Coach White. And he, this was just a kind of a ragtag bunch of boys out there. And he wanted to teach them how to run and really do well and bring that program up. And as I understand it, I think you can look up, I believe it's Joe White in Sports Illustrated. And what he fed these boys was Sunrider foods, and they began to be champions. So that's a good story to remember, and that's in the movie. So we have a lot to be proud of with our Calli and Fortune Delight, and I'm so thankful that I am one of them that's drinking it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Dottie. You brought up a lot of great points. And yes, I did. I saw that movie at our theater about 4 or 5 years ago, and that's a good point. And I love it that you got off the diet drinks and all of that with the Calli. I mean, with the Fortune Delight. Fabulous, fabulous sharing. Each of you have really, really contributed, and you're contributing to everybody's lives and your own as you drink these healthy beverages. And so I want to end the recording, but we can stay on and chat and answer questions. And I just want to thank each of my guests again and encourage anyone watching this that get in touch with whoever shared this with you, and you can have your Fortune Delight and your Calli and join us in staying healthy and young and vibrant. Thank you so much. I'm going to end the recording now.